A small artificial intelligence lab in China has just stunned the global tech world. The company is called DeepSeek. Until now, it was virtually unknown outside of China's AI circles. But with a single paper, they revealed the technical blueprint for building a state-of-the-art language model, and in doing so, they shocked Silicon Valley and ignited a debate among the world's most powerful AI companies. Founded by hedge fund billionaire Liang Wenfeng, DeepSeek released its R1 model and provided full technical documentation on how it was trained. The model is capable of reasoning, self-improvement, and language comprehension at a scale comparable to the most advanced systems developed by OpenAI, Google DeepMind, and Meta. But unlike those companies, DeepSeek did it on a tight budget, just $5.6 million and 2048 NVIDIA H800 chips. The revelation sent a ripple through the AI industry. In the United States, companies like OpenAI and Google DeepMind have dominated the narrative of AI development. Their reasoning models, designed to simulate human-level cognition, are tightly guarded secrets. Even when OpenAI released its GPT-4o1 model in December, the methods behind it remained undisclosed. DeepSeek, however, went the opposite route, full transparency. And the timing couldn't be more dramatic. While the US government has tried to restrict China's access to cutting-edge GPUs, here comes a Chinese startup building a highly competitive model with limited hardware and domestic resources, and choosing to share the technical path with the world. Liang Wenfeng, the man behind DeepSeek, is now a national hero in China. This week, he was the only AI figure invited to a publicized high-level meeting with China's second most powerful leader, Premier Li Qiang. At that meeting, the country's top entrepreneurs were urged to concentrate efforts to break through key core technologies. Liang was already ahead of that curve. His journey into AI didn't begin in academia or the tech industry. Liang ran a highly successful quantitative hedge fund called High Flyer. Starting in 2021, he began quietly buying thousands of NVIDIA GPUs. At the time, many thought he was just a wealthy eccentric chasing a side project. One business partner recalled their first impression. He was this nerdy guy with a terrible hairstyle talking about building a 10,000 chip cluster. We didn't take him seriously, but that eccentricity was hiding a visionary. Liang couldn't articulate the full scope of his vision at the time, other than insisting that what he was building would be a game changer. Industry insiders thought such ambition was only possible for Chinese giants like ByteDance or Alibaba. Few imagined a hedge fund manager could build something of such global significance. Liang's unique outsider status in AI became his secret weapon. At High Flyer, he made billions by leveraging AI and machine learning to trade stocks. His team became experts in GPU optimization, not for training language models, but for analyzing financial data in real time. When he decided to pivot into building his own AI model, he already had a top-tier engineering team, infrastructure experience, and a proven method for maximizing chip performance. He simply transferred his best people from the hedge fund to DeepSeek. After the US imposed bans on NVIDIA's most powerful GPUs, most assumed China's AI progress would stall. But DeepSeek proved otherwise. Their engineers had long ago learned how to optimize non-premium chips. While other companies scrambled for hardware, DeepSeek's team squeezed every ounce of performance out of what they had. What's more, DeepSeek has remained entirely self-funded. Liang uses the profits from his hedge fund to pay the industry's highest salaries for AI researchers, rivaling even ByteDance, China's largest tech employer. DeepSeek has offices in Hangzhou and Beijing, and its workplace culture is described as a university campus filled with elite PhDs from Peking, Tsinghua, and buying universities. There are no returnees from overseas tech hubs. Liang is proud that his team is 100% local. "We have to develop the top talent ourselves," he told Chinese press. The company is not focused on monetization. Unlike OpenAI, which has tightly commercialized its models, or Anthropic, which has raised billions in outside investment, DeepSeek is purely focused on research. One Beijing-based AI investor compared it to the early days of DeepMind, when science, not sales, drove the mission. And that scientific focus is why Silicon Valley is now paying attention. DeepSeek's R1 model has 671 billion parameters, trained with far fewer resources than what the Western giants spend to achieve similar or weaker results. The technical paper shocked AI researchers around the world. DeepSeek didn't just release a model, it exposed the false sense of security that Western firms had in their technological dominance. Ritvik Gupta, an AI policy researcher at the University of California, Berkeley, summarized the moment best: there is no moat when it comes to AI capabilities. The first person has to spend a lot to build the model. But the second mover can get there cheaper and faster. That second mover is now DeepSeek. And what it represents is far more than a single company or a technical paper. It's a geopolitical signal. The AI arms race is no longer a one-way street. China, even under constraints and sanctions, is innovating and, in some cases, overtaking. Liang Wenfeng didn't just build a model. He built a message that China's future in AI doesn't depend on imitation, but on original innovation, local talent, and national resilience. Stay tuned, because this may only be the beginning of a new chapter in the global AI race. Subscribe to AI Finance Mastermind for more stories like this, where AI, geopolitics, and finance collide. This content is for informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute financial or investment advice.